at River Valley Ranch. We're a commercial mushroom farm. We've been in business since 1976. Something more like this makes a nice burger. The business was started by my father. He was in the restaurant business and couldn't get fresh mushrooms of the quality and that he wanted, and decided he was going to learn how to grow mushrooms. And he got started and asked me to help him out, and I wandered in the mushroom house, and I've been trying to find my way out ever since. We're going into a house here that is just starting production. Today's the first day of harvest. Come on in. Take a look over this way a little bit. So, this is our white mushroom. So in this house we grow 3 varieties of mushroom: white buttons, baby bellas, and portobellas. The baby bella, or cremini, is our mainstay mushroom these days. We started working on this crop in about 8 weeks ago. At any given time we have 10 crops in rotation on the farm. Here is this tray has about 600 pounds of specially prepared mushroom compost that we produce. And that compost becomes the food supply for the mushroom crop. Mushrooms don't produce their own food, unlike green plants, which produce chlorophyll using sunlight. We provide the food source for the mushrooms and the compost we produce. So compost is really the art of mushroom growing for us. The basic raw material we're using is wheat straw bedded horse manure we get from a few stables within 50 miles or so. The first stage of the composting process happens here, preheating. We manage it in a way that it starts to heat up through the growth of microorganisms. The next 7 days, the temperature will start to climb. Usually about 36 hours after we fill, I have temperatures of around 140 degrees in there, and that pasteurizes the material, so it kills any pathogens, any pests. The carbohydrates in the straw begin to actually caramelize, so the material starts to smell actually very sweet because the sugars are burning off. All of the darkening that goes on is a result of that caramelization process that happens at the high temperatures. It's now going into what we call phase 2. We'll have a crew of 8 guys on that, and we'll be planting or inoculating this batch of compost. So we plant mushroom spawn. This is millet grain, and it's been sterilized, and this bag is 20 pounds, and we put about 3.5 to 4 pounds of spawn into each of those trays. There's 150 trays in the growing house. So it looks like a seed. What we do when we're planting is basically try to mix that grain spawn, which you can see some pieces of here, throughout as uniformly as possible throughout the compost, and that gives us a pretty well colonized tray, and the compost becomes fully colonized in about 14 days. We grow about 15,000 pounds a week of certified organic mushrooms. It's been an evolution of growing process over the years to be able to grow food as cleanly as we do these days. There's no chemicals or pesticides used on the farm at all. Keeping a consistent environment is critical to the health of the crop, and really every day the crop has very specific needs that we're managing. During the production and harvesting stage, we're keeping the air temperature at around 62 degrees, relative humidity about 88%. We have a lot of circulation to keep air moving across the bed. Earlier in the growing process, after planting, the crop stays very quiet and the temperatures are warmer during the incubation phase. We're taking a waste product kind of complete the cycle of life. My mushrooms are nature's natural recyclers. But we take, what is essentially a waste product and put it through our process, and it becomes a food supply for what is a really good, healthy food.